7 News. This is your host, Sarah Anderson.
And I'm your co-host, Michelle Robinson.
Our topic today will be the wave, and we will talk about events dealing with the business cycle.
But before we talk about that, Sarah was going to let you know a few things about the business cycle.
Alright, and here we go. The business cycle is a period of microeconomic expansion followed by a period of microeconomic contraction and consists of an expansion, peak, contraction, and trough phase. During the expansion phase, the economy is experiencing economic growth, which will cause wages to increase, decrease in unemployment rate, more money to be spent, which will lead to high demands of goods. New businesses will start and it will become easy to get loans. A peak is when the economy has reached its real GDP maximum and the businesses can't produce anymore, which will lead the economy into a contraction or maybe a trough. The contraction phase will cause the businesses to cut back on production and lay off employees. The number of jobs will decline, and this will make the unemployment rate to increase. People stop spending as much money, and the banks will stop lending money. The worst of the worst is the trough. When the economy hits rock bottom, consumer spending and unemployment rate is extremely high. A trough can lead to a prolonged contraction called a recession, which can lead to a depression. The business cycle is affected by four main economic variables, which is business investment, interest rate, consumer expectations, and external stocks. And looking at current conditions, we seem to be in an early contraction phase in the business cycle.
Now, after that brief lesson from Sarah, we will get into our main topic today, the wave. Okay, well, last week the revised estimate of GDP growth slipped to 0.9% based on the March 17th update of the Atlanta Fed GDP model. But the New York Fed estimate of GDP growth was 2.9%. The economic outlook may be in a flux at the moment, but forward momentum still appears strong enough to keep recession risks to a minimum. Recently, labor costs have gone up and are ticking inflation higher. Economic growth could push the central bank, which raised its federal funds rate last week for the third time since before the financial crisis. As central banks raise their federal funds rate, sending interest rates higher, chances of inflation is thought to decrease as investors tend to borrow less and save more.
The current global monetary policy is misleading the view of our position in the business cycle. The low and negative interest rate in most developed economies is the main reason behind this confusion. The interest rate monetary policy stance used by the most central banks seems to have its own set of advantages and disadvantages with respect to affecting the growth in the economy.
Since the financial crisis, the stock market and the high-yield bond market have risen leaps and bounds. How does this relate to business cycles? Well, when we determine business cycles, we look at the stock market, the bond market, and asset prices in general to get a fair idea about the trends and levels of economic activity. With a zero interest rate policy, the current level of prices and economic activity may seem quite elevated from realistic levels, leading to a distortion in our perception of our position in the business cycle.
Our president, Donald Trump, believes that the U.S. unemployment rate is too high. He made it clear that the economic growth would be the most important measuring stick of his presidency. But the president says that these numbers from the employment rate are not real, and the headline number of 4.7% counts only for those who actively look for work in the last 4 weeks. And here's Michelle with our final thoughts.
This is the unemployment office, and we're going to ask Mrs. Rutledge a question. How do you feel about the unemployment rate rising?
Okay, well, the unemployment rate rising, I really don't like it because I was already broke.
Right.
So when I got my job, I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
really happy. And so for them to take it away from me, I really didn't like that. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Thank you. This is Aaliyah Gamble, and how do you feel about the interest rate going up in the economy?
I feel like the interest rates going in the economy is really making our economy more unstable by the fact that if you raise interest rates, the product for demand will go down, and it will continue to go down because the interest rates on a product is too high. For instance, if I want to buy a house, the interest rate can go up from 1.5 to 2.5 depending on my credit, if I have good credit or bad credit, and that's something that a lot of people don't want to hear because they want to buy a house. It's not very accessible.
So that leads to my question: how do we keep the economy stable?
Keep the economy stable by decreasing the interest rates. If you decrease the interest rates, then the demand for products will go up. That means houses will go up, and products on the market will just go up, and everybody will benefit from the business cycle. As far as factory market, the product market, the the consumers, and also the businesses.
Thank you, Leah Gamble. See you next time.